Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about winter fire safety tips. Most of us think that smoke alarms are just a year-round thing, which it is, but it's very important to have smoke alarms working and available during the winter times, during the winter seasons. This is great smoke alarm maintenance that I'm going to show you here. First of all, you want to make sure, obviously, that they work. You hold the test button and you let it go off. Beat 2 times. That indicates that your smoke alarm is either A, working, or B, it's in trouble. This is a great protection against fire, and great winter fire safety tip. Now, you want to make sure you check your batteries twice a year. That's once during the spring and once during the winter season that comes up. This smoke alarm here is a 10-year operated lithium battery that I would prefer you have, but if you have battery operated smoke detectors, make sure you check your smoke alarms twice a year at the very least. You also want to be able to vacuum your smoke alarms from dust particles when they're up high, making sure they get the earliest detection of any type of danger. If your smoke alarm is older than 10 years old, regardless if it's a 10-year lithium battery operated smoke detector or it's a battery operated smoke detector that you need to replace the batteries twice a year, you want to throw them away ASAP. Next, during the heating season, you want to make sure that all your heating utensils are operational. So, you want to make sure that your heater, your gas or electric heater, or your portable heaters are functional. You want to make sure that all the dust particles that are in the heater that you haven't used all winter are cleaned out and is operational. You want to make sure you leave at least 36 inches from anything that's combustible when it comes to your space heaters, which means you don't want to put your space heater against your couches or any other furniture that's near it for a very long time, because the radiating heat might light it up. You also want to make sure that you shut down your portable heater while you're sleeping. Most fires happen at night, and most fires happen in winter when portable heaters are too close to either someone's beds or blankets, causing them to combust. Now, I know this is a very simple thing, but you also want to make sure that you won't have rags or any towels on top of your portable heaters. Most of us do a lot of kitchen work, most of us do a lot of work around the house, and leaving a rag close by or on top of a portable heater is a big mistake. You guys also, when you clean your electrical heaters or kerosene heaters, you want to make sure that they're operational. You want to be able to check the electric cords on your heaters to make sure they're not frayed or make sure they're not split where the plug is, or any type of looseness or anything else. When it comes to kerosene heaters, you guys are going to use only K1 kerosene gasoline approved for your heaters. You never ever want to fill or refill kerosene heaters indoors because of the fumes and just because of the dangerous toxins. You never want to store flammable liquids indoors. Use only approved safety measures for your kerosene heaters. Don't top off the fuel tank. Kerosene expands when it warms and will overflow. So these are very good winter fire safety tips for most of the heaters that people use in indoor homes. We also have a little cube here, and we use this as a fire safety cube. And this tells you everything you need to know about winter fire safety tips or just fire safety tips in general. This one right here, and I don't know if you can see it, it says, if you smoke, go outside or use deep ashtrays inside. Now that's a big one because most of us put our cigarettes inside of a small ashtray and it still will light up, causing the ashtray to overflow and smolder until it reaches ignition. And there's just a little thing that also talks about what I talked about earlier. Space heaters need space at least 3 feet from anything. Unplug space heaters when leaving home and at bedtime. And again, I don't know if you can see that, but just little fire safety tips as well as winter safety tips about fire safety. Now, also in the winter, everyone knows that snow occurs during the winter. You want to make sure when you're shoveling your snow that you don't bury your fire hydrants. We should be able to help our fire departments out, and when they come to an emergency, you should be able to find easy access to a fire hydrant. If they're buried because people have shoveled them inside and shoveled them in, then we won't be able to put out a house fire as quickly as we are able to, especially during inclement weather conditions. People should visit their elderly. People should visit their elderly relatives or just shut-in neighbors. Make sure everybody's okay during the winter season. Everybody's inside, and it's harder to get out during the winter season. So you want to make sure everybody's safe. You want to make sure you check their heaters. You want to make sure they check their smoke detectors. Make sure they're doing the right things as opposed to doing the wrong things and something happens to them and it might affect you as well. I already said check their smoke detectors because that also protects lives. That's the #1 thing. If anything else, make sure their smoke detectors are operational and make sure that they're just working. You want to be able to make sure, you guys, that these are not overloaded. Again, you want to make sure they have the right usage for every power cord that's available. This one right here is universal laboratory protected, which means it's operational for a spare, VCR, DVD, cable, or any type of TV, a receiver, and just an extra one. This type of plug shouldn't be overloaded, and it also has a fuses inside of them that are rated for the electrical output. We don't want the ones from the dollar store. We want to make sure we have the correct plugs for any type of operation we're using in our electrical outlets. Also, the same thing with the heaters. You want to make sure that the wires aren't frayed. You want to make sure the thickness is correct for the electrical output. It's just like a fire hose or any type of plumbing equipment when it comes to pipes. You want to make sure that the amount of electricity has a good highway to get the job done. If it's too small, then it's just like I said, plumbing or any type of artery. It's going to clog, and then you're going to have bad stuff happen. Also, during freezing temperatures, you want to make sure that you don't bang your pipes. You want to make sure, don't try to thaw your frozen pipes with a blowtorch or anything like that. Now, I know that's funny, but people have done it. You want to make sure you thaw out your pipes the right way, just by flushing warm water or warm water through them and letting it work itself out. You want to use hot water or a device specifically designed for thawing that is UL listed. And lastly, if your windows are the secondary way out of your house, you want to make sure you plan for that and have a secondary escape plan, especially for the winter time. That is all I have today for winter fire safety tips. You have a good day, and I hope you learned something today.